Welcome to Poetry Changes Lives. Poetry, history, a thought for the day. If you go to the Poetry Changes Lives website, you can read more and buy the book if you'd like. Today I'm talking about the great English poetess, I may say, Elizabeth Barrett Browning, who died on this day in 1861. She was very much a poet of the Victorian era and very much considered a leading poet at that. She suffered ill health a lot, and after marrying Robert Browning, another poet and very well-known literary figure, in 1846, together they lived a long time in Italy, where it was better for her health. I think she probably had some sort of tuberculosis or something like that. Certainly she grew stronger in Italy and eventually gave birth to a son. We don't know very much about him. Anyway, Elizabeth's family owned large plantations in Jamaica, and that was the source of a lot of wealth, of course, but she herself became an abolitionist campaigner, very much against slavery and a big promoter of women's rights as well. A pretty, outspoken, brave stance for a woman in the mid-19th century. Well, her poetry was so well regarded that at one time she was thought possible to be the next poet laureate after Dryden, I think it was, but in fact the post was given to Tennyson, and he was another very well thought of Victorian poet, of course. Today I'm going to read one of her sonnets from the Portuguese. As I said a couple of days ago, I think her husband Robert Browning used to call her my little Portuguese, because he thought she looked like a Portuguese, whatever that means. Anyway, this is probably her best known sonnet, actually. Very, very beautiful expression of love, and people use it today, and people highly regard it today, and my goodness, I can understand why. Here we are. How do I love thee? How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. I love thee to the depth and breadth and height my soul can reach when feeling out of sight for the ends of being an ideal grace. I love thee to the level of every day's most quiet need by sun and candlelight. I love thee freely as men strive for right. I love thee purely as they turn from praise. I love thee with the passion put to use in my old griefs and with my childhood faith. Isn't that quite moving and astonishing? I've heard that read at weddings, and I think it's a beautiful, beautiful poem. Gosh, she was a great poet, Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Today, I will not mask my emotions. I will show my true emotions. Thank you for listening.